Let's look at either24. Given an array of integers, return true if the array contains a 2 next to a 2 or a 4 next to a 4, but not both. So here let's look at an example where we have an array containing 1, 2, and 2, and the output is true. For an array containing 4, 4, and 1, the output is also true. In both these cases, there's a 2 next to a 2 and a 4 next to a 4, but not both in the same array. And in this array here, we do have a 4 next to a 4 and a 2 next to a 4, 2 next to a 2, sorry, in which case we return false. So let's look at the solution. We want to keep track of if we have a 2 next to a 2 and if we have a 4 next to a 4. So we will use two booleans. One that tracks if we have 2, 2, and we'll initialize that so that it's initially false. And another boolean that does the same for 4, 4. This will also be false initially. And this way we can know if we have a 2 and a 2 next to each other and a 4 and a 4 next to each other. So now let's actually loop through the array and check if we have either of these cases. So we'll just use a for loop. And we want to continue looping through the array, but we do not want to go to the last element. We want to go to the second to last element. Because if we go to the last element and then check if an element has a 2 in the following element, then we will be evaluating an element that does not exist. And that's why we do not want to iterate through the entire array, but we only iterate until the second to last element. And then finish the loop here. Alright, so let's check if we have a 2 followed by a 2, which we do by checking if nums I is equal to 2 and nums I plus 1, so the following number is equal to 2. If that's the case, then has 2, 2 will become true. And the other case that we have, that the number is equal to 4 and the number following that number is also 4. So in this case, the number is equal to 4 and the number following that number in the array is also 4. So in that case we do has 4, 4 is equal to true. And that's all we do for that loop. And finally, we want to check if has 4, 4 is true and if has 2, 2 is true. So if either one of these is true, we return true. But if both of them are true, we return false. And this logic gate is known as exclusive OR. And the way we can represent that in Java is by doing has 2, 2 is not equal to has 4, 4. So this will return true if neither of these are equal to each other. So if one is true and one is false, it's true. And if one is false and the other is true, then it also returns true. But if they are both true, then they will return false. And as well as if they are both false, then they will also return false. So let's check this. Not a statement on line 7. This should just be one equal sign here, a little mistake. Okay, so we have passed all the test cases. I hope that this was a useful video for you, and have a nice day.